Hey, Redeeming Grace Church family and friends, Pastor Josh here with the weekly update for Monday, December 5th, 2022. Last night we had our family meeting. This is where we gather up just those who are covenant members of our church. We gather them once a month and we share a meal together. We hear testimonies from new members that are coming in. We reaffirm our church covenant with each other. We take the Lord's Supper together. We discuss finances and ministry and outreach. We share prayer requests, and it really is a sweet time where those who have agreed to be accountable to the standards set forth really from the Bible, but articulated in our Constitution, our covenant, and our statement of faith. We with those guardrails, with that equipping under the leadership of our elders, try to exercise the responsibilities that each and every Christian has before Jesus, to be a part of the body, to be a kingdom of priests, to be a holy nation, to be ambassadors, to be a people for God's own possession, so that we would worship Him. We call it enjoy God. To demonstrate to the world the transforming power of the gospel, we call that display. And then to verbally share the good news with people so that they might come into this enjoyment of God and this transformative work that we're a part of. We call that share, enjoy, display, and share. We do that together, and we're agreed to be held accountable when it comes to church membership. So if you are not a member of our church and you would like to become a member and be in on this project that we're doing under God, called the church, then what happens is essentially I walk you through this packet of information, which just walks through what we believe, what the gospel is, how we go about doing ministry together, and then you then have the opportunity to sign up for that. We don't assume that everybody knows what that means to be a part of our church. We don't assume that everybody necessarily wants to agree to the responsibilities of it. So we just walk you through that and then put the ball in your court to fill out an application, and then our members receive that. And so if you're wanting to be in on some of these important meetings, we would love to have you join us. And the last one of each year is always a big one. So thank you to the members who were patient and to work through a lot of things yesterday. I really do appreciate it. I don't want our family meetings to feel long and drawn out and sort of arduous. But every once in a while we have a meeting where we just have to work things out together. And I thank you for being committed to that, and for making the time to really do some of the hard work that goes into making a church run. I think a lot of people maybe don't realize all that goes into actually coordinating a body of believers to be the church in the world. And the fact that you're a part of that our elders are growing in their equipping of you to do that is really sweet. And so thank you. And any of you that would like to be a part of it, let me know, and I'll sit down and set a time for us to go through this packet, and then you can decide whether or not you want to be in on the project that God has assigned us to be about, or not. So a few other things. I have surgery today on my shoulder. So I will be getting pretty extensive shoulder surgery today. So that's going to pretty much wipe me out probably for most of this week. You could certainly text or email, but depending on how much anesthesia and painkiller I'm on, you might get some interesting responses and requests from me. So just know that I'll be just a little bit out of commission for a good chunk of this week, and then I don't really know how I'll feel in a few days. So we'll just see. And so that means that, like, my Tuesday morning group, we won't meet tomorrow. Elders, I'll text you and figure out if we can meet Thursday like we normally do, or if you can meet without me or whatever. And so just know that. Would appreciate your prayers. Looking forward to dealing with this shoulder that's been messed up for a while. I know I got a long path ahead of me of sort of rehabbing it and everything, but I look forward to being able to shoot a basketball and throw a football and wrestle with my kids in ways that I haven't for probably 6 months or so. You already know about all the Christmas stuff. Christmas Eve service at the Journey, 4 p.m. Christmas Day, no service. Christmas falls on a Sunday this year, no service. We encourage everybody to worship on that day with South Canyon, our mother church. We'll just join with them and enjoy kind of a reunion of mother and daughter church together. And then we will have a New Year's Day worship service, but it'll be a little different. It'll be a 10 a.m. brunch, so plan on bringing something. And then at 10:30, we'll sing some songs, do a short devotional, and then just share testimonies of God's work among us, because that's actually our third birthday. And so we want to celebrate that with a brunch. We want to have a nice low key, especially as certain people will be out of town, and it's just a kind of an unusual Sunday. So we'll do an unusual fellowship opportunity. And for those of you that are considering membership, actually, that brunch is a little bit of the feel of the family meetings. So that would be a good one to come to if you want to just sort of get a feel for what some of the membership type experiences look like. Looking down my list, I think that's basically it. We still have our Christmas offering for international missions. The Lottie Moon Christmas offering is still open. You can give to that online. Some of you contributed both online. Some of you contributed via check and cash, which is great. And so would love to send a good chunk of money to go support our missionaries through the cooperative program and the International Mission Board. And so if you feel led in any way to sort of give to Jesus, to the mission of the church, especially among the people, among people who've never heard the gospel before, maybe even never heard or met a Christian in their life, we've got people who are willing to give of their lives to go there, and we get the opportunity through our network of churches to support them so that they can go to the hardest, most difficult places with the gospel. And this annual Christmas offering ends up producing about 50% of the funds that actually allow them to do their work. So this is a significant offering, and if you're willing to be a part of it, there's ways to do that on our website and on Sunday mornings. So I love you. Let me know how I can be praying for you. I may or may not be very responsive this week, but I assure you I will get back to you as soon as I can. Also, kind of during some of this downtime, I'm going to be thinking a lot about the new year, some of our calendar, some events that I want to get on the calendar. So I'm starting to think more long range, and I'm excited about what the Lord has for us in our 4th year as a church. Can you believe that? That's amazing. Praise God. Hope you have a great week, and I'll see you whenever I see you. Bye.